Fried fish. I got this recipe on a copycat recipe off the internet a few years ago, and my mom absolutely loves it. So I'm doing this for her birthday, or for Mother's Day. Let me turn this down. I'm gonna give you the recipe. There's the, let me get your comments. So I'm gonna give you the recipe. I'm making a triple batch here. So I'm gonna just talk like I'm only making a single batch. So I'm gonna use 2/3 cup of club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice,
Hope I
one
need to.
egg.
Okay, there we go. Now we're going. I got it on the right thing now, guys.
Okay, so today we are making a battered fish. It's a recipe that I got off the internet on copycat recipes for Long John Silver's. I'm making a triple batch, so my measurements are going to look a little different than yours. I'm going to give you the measurements for a single batch. So you do 2/3 cup of club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, an egg just kind of slightly beaten here. And if you miss the live video, you can come back in a few hours, subscribe and come back in a few hours, and I will have the full recipe all written down for you that you'll be able to get. So we've got 2/3 cup club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, and an egg. We're going to do a 1/2 cup of BISQUICK, which is just a baking mix that we get in the United States. And then I'm going to use a cup of self-rising flour and mix that all in there real good. And while I'm mixing this, I've got the fryer behind me heating the oil up to 385 degrees. Now if you'll zoom in on this batter a little bit, you'll see that the club soda is really putting some air bubbles in there. That with the self-rising flour together is getting it a little bit thicker. You could just kind of mix it slow because you don't want to take all your air bubbles out. Mix it slow. Make sure you scrape the bottom and the corners real good. And I'll show you here. This is what it looks like. It's a little lumpy still, so some of those lumps are going to disintegrate.
This is a Long John Silver recipe.
It's a copycat recipe for Long John Silver's battered fish.
Okay. We're back on you now.
Okay. So, looks good. Now we're going to take it over here, and we're going to go to the counter where I've got the fryer up. I've got regular oil in there, just any kind of frying oil. So, I've got the fryer at 385 degrees. I took the fish. You can use any kind of fish that you want. We like cod or tilapias, but I have both of those here today. You have to drain them real good and get all of the water out of them, and then you toss them in self-rising flour, and so it dries them even more. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I just dip it in here, shake off just a little bit of it, and if it doesn't look thick enough for me when I fry this first piece, then I will just add a little bit more flour because I like my breading a little bit thicker. Let's see. So I'm going to fry it for 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and I can already tell that breading looks a little bit thin. So I'm going to grab a little bit of my self-rising flour out of my cabinet. I'm just going to add a little bit of self-rising flour to it to thicken it up a little bit because I like my breading pretty thick. So I'm just adding a little bit more. It's not rocket science. Just thickening that batter up just a little bit. And by the way, I don't buy self-rising flour because it's more expensive. I just buy the all-purpose flour and measure 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So now it's getting a little bit thicker, and I like that. So we're going to try it like that. See how that goes. Put my glove back on because I don't want the fish under my fingernails. Look at this piece. See how it's doing. Oh yeah. And I'm going to stick it down in here. Yeah, see, it's sticking to it a little bit better. And that's what I want. And I'm just going to keep putting them in. Because this is my first time using this big fryer, or electric skillet, that my daughter bought me, my sweet baby daughter bought me for Mother's Day.
And my wife's the reason I can't get rid of my gut.
That's okay. He blames me for everything. That's all right. Okay. If I gotta be blamed for something, I guess that's a good thing.
Always the woman's fault.
Yeah, right. He talks a good game. Okay, I'm gonna get this lid, and I'm gonna stick it over here on the table, out of my way, because I don't need a lid. I'm just gonna keep throwing them in. Generally, for when I'm just doing fish for a couple of people, like me and Don, I'll just use a regular frying skillet. But since we're going to have about 13 people over today, I'm using my new electric skillet. Makes an awesome fryer. It's way better than buying a deep fryer, because those deep fryers always have those coils in the bottom that you got to try to clean. This is just a nice smooth skillet that I can clean. I'm going to bump it up to as high as it goes, which is 400 degrees, because as I put the fish in, it's cooling the oil down just a little bit, and we don't want greasy fish. If your oil's not hot enough, the fish will get greasy. And we don't want greasy fish. Our first piece is almost done. They say when it floats real good, it's done. Like I said, 385 degrees on the oil and about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. You really only want to flip it one time. Just using cheap oil. I'll get that one out, and as I start getting more out, I'll put more in.
There you go.
Okay. Now, let's look at this piece. Turn the camera over to this piece. Grab a knife and see how it's doing. Make sure it's nice and cooked on the inside. Ooh, it's hot, baby. It's nice and flaky on the inside, so I know it's cooked. Alright, we're going to move that one up there and get another one going. Get the rest of them going. This is brand new oil, so the fish might not get as dark. As we go along frying stuff, the oil will get darker and the fish will get darker quicker. I'm not worried about the color of it, I'm more worried about it being crispy on the outside and completely cooked on the inside. Okay, those are looking good, so we're going to push all that down to that end. And I'm going to put a couple more pieces in. Grab them. Put them in. The reason I'm making a triple batch is because I fry my onion rings and the fried mushrooms in the same. So in a Tupperware container over there, I took all the cut up mushrooms and onions and I coated them in flour, and so they're getting good and dry. I think the secret to this is getting your, whatever you're frying, real good and dry. That makes this breading stick to it better and get a little more crispy. I don't know the science behind it. I'm just a cook, not a scientist. extra tongs. Always gotta have extra
And
tongs.
she's also a machinist, tool and die maker.
Yeah, I've had many jobs. Used to be train operator, switchman. I built airplanes.
She's very mechanically inclined. Wonder where we...
And I learned how to cook from my family. I got.
Is everybody having a good Mother's Day?
You got anybody with us?
Everybody call their moms today.
You gotta remember, there's a lot of people out there that don't have their moms like you.
Tell your moms you love them for everything you put them through when you was a teenager.
When I used to own a restaurant, I had to pull my hair up, put my hair back, and all of that. I'm cooking for family. I keep my hair pulled back to where it's not going to get in my food and their food.
She's got good hair. I don't mind low hair.
Oh, poor crap. You're so full of baloney. I'm going to take down a little drink of my tea.
Where's everybody from?
And so, like I said in the beginning, if you miss the recipe and how I did this, you can just subscribe, come back in a couple of hours, and YouTube will have uploaded this live, and I will, in the comments, I will write the recipe. Do we have anybody on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so any latecomers, we've got, I'm making a battered fish. It's a Long John Silver's copycat recipe. I use 2/3 cup of club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 1 egg, a half cup of BISQUICK, and a half cup of self-rising flour. You throw all of that into a bowl and mix it up. Let that set for a couple of minutes while you heat up your oil to 385 degrees. And you want to make sure that your fish is good and dry. Yesterday, John squeezed all the water out of it and got it really good and dry. And today, I ran it through self-rising flour. I just coated each piece with self-rising flour and to get it good and dry. That's the whole secret to getting this batter to stay on it and not crumble right off of it. So then I take my fish that's been dried and gone through the flour, dip it in here in the batter, and then into 385 degree oil.
Do you like Trump, Mario? Don't look like Trump? Get out of here.
Who looks like Trump? Me?
I don't know.
I guarantee you I don't look like Trump. I am all woman, baby.
I
All
don't look
woman.
like Trump either. I wish I had his money though.
Right.
You gotta get your goofies on here.
Huh?
You get your goofies on here.
Oh, I ain't worried about it.
Everybody's the same. It'd be a boring world.
I've always told everybody I work with, I work in a man's world. Always have.
Got the blonde hair. That's why you look like Trump.
Oh.
Well, at least he's not built like him.
Is this light making my hair look yellow or something?
No.
So anyway, what I was saying is I've always told all the people I work with that I work in a man's world, I do a man's job, but I am all woman. There is nothing manly about me.
Nope.
I can fix your car, I can build your bathroom, I can do your plumbing and electric. I can do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I'm all woman. I have no desire to be a man or do, yeah. So anyway, don't get me distracted here.
Yeah, cook the fish.
The fish is cooking 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And if you missed the recipe, just subscribe to the channel and then come back in a couple of hours. And once YouTube does their processing, which takes about 3 or 4 hours,
Or long.
you'll be able to watch the whole thing from the beginning, how I made the batter. And I will type out the recipe and put it in the comments of the live video section. Oh, there we go. To give you.
Precious smells the fish. She's going there.
Yes, the dog's out there. She on her chain. She smells the fish cooking. So now she says it's time to come back in, Mom and Dad. Yes, please do. Let's get some air flowing through so my house don't smell so much like fish. Oh, another quick pointer. If your house, if you don't like frying stuff in your house because it smells like fish when you're done, you can always do what I do and take a big jug of vinegar and put that on your stove and boil the vinegar, simmer the vinegar so that those fumes go through your house and it neutralizes the fried smell. John, you're gonna have to close that window.
Close the window.
Yep, it's cooling my fryer down. You can see it blowing heat right off of it. Fryer has to stay at about 385 degrees, and so I actually bumped it up to 400 degrees because every time I put this fish in there, it cools my grease down just a little bit, and we don't want that. If you don't have it up high enough, your fryer up high enough, or your oil hot enough, then your fish is going to be greasy, and nobody wants to bite into a piece of greasy fish. I don't anyway. So if you like your fish greasy, then go ahead and let your oil cool down. I'm using my new fryer that my sweet daughter got me for Mother's Day. This goes a lot quicker when you got a big fryer.
Yeah, instead of those 2 pieces at a time.
Yeah. Okay, so you can see that it cooled down just a little bit when we had that window open, and then I put more fish in it, so.
We were going to get the boat out this weekend, but the water's up too high. I think we're going to do it next weekend. I think next Saturday.
Yeah, yep. Next Saturday we'll do a live video on the boat.
It's going to be 84 and like 9-mile-an-hour wind. That won't be too bad. It's not going to rain till in the evening. It says cover the fish.
That's what I'm getting. Oh, that fish over there? I don't need to cover that fish. We're in my house.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's nothing flying around in it. And I have this thing about bugs and hair or anything else getting in my food. So that fish is just fine.
Yeah, we don't have no flies in here, so.
No.
We don't have nothing landing on our food.
No, never. Actually, my mom is very particular. She's 70-something years old. She's very particular about where she eats at. She will not eat at a lot of places because of cleanliness.
Tell them thanks for Happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you.
The Beast.
The Beast?
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what my mom said. She said, well, that's not going to be a very happy Mother's Day for you. And I said, well, if it makes her happy, then I'm happy. I love my mother with all my heart. She's a very, very good person. And she loves it when I fry fish, but I don't do it very often.
He says, you're welcome.
So where are you from, Beast?
Where are you from, Beast? Oh, okay.
I just need you to read their comments to me. Oh, let's see.
He said you're welcome.
We don't need this.
His mom's 88.
Aw, well, to make sure you tell your mom a happy Mother's Day, I'm going to go ahead and get my timer going. Because as this grease gets a little bit, the oil gets a little bit older, meaning I've fried more stuff in it, then I like to set a timer. Stopwatch timer on my phone for 4 minutes.
Ohio, okay.
Ohio? We used to go through Ohio when we were truck drivers, huh?
You gonna vote for Vivek Ramaswamy?
Oh, no, honey, we don't talk.
Oh, Vivek?
Ovavik? Is that her name?
No, I just call him Vivek. It's Vivek.
We don't want no politics on here. We just want to have fun and enjoy today.
And you don't have to answer that question. I was just, since you said from Ohio, I was watching the dollar for a cent out. What was that?
What did you say?
Battle of my thing. If this Long John Silver recipe, it's really good. We don't eat out much. We might eat out once a month. That's about it. So expensive, then you don't get the taste. And you don't know who's touching your food, who's sick, you know.
Okay. Alright, we got another piece coming out. Oop. Don't drop it in the sink.
That's okay, I'll eat it. 5-second rule.
Alright,
Pick a press out there.
I'm gonna flip these.
What's the temperature in Ohio? We're 30 miles east of St. Louis. It is it's like 66 here. That ain't too bad.
I got a piece that don't want to stay flipped. Okay, so I'm cooking this for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. I just flipped them over, so I'm going to give them about another 3 minutes. Make sure that... That's my son saying Happy Mother's Day. I love you. We will be over. Let me reply to him.
Tell him we're...
No. Thank you. I love you. To having everyone here. What you got for me, Yankee? Alright, so we got about another 2.5 minutes. So in this 2.5 minutes, for anybody that is coming in late, let's see. This is the battered fish recipe. Long John Silver's copycat recipe. I don't know if you can see it or not. My cameraman's distracted. But I put 2/3 cup of club soda, 1 1/3 cup of lemon juice.
Hold it up. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so I put 2/3 cup of club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 1 egg, 1/2 cup of BISQUICK, and 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. Mix that all up good. Don't overbeat it, just mix it until it's combined. You gotta dip your fish, dry your fish real good. Dip it in some self-rising flour and set it to the side and let it dry. Have your oil at 385 degrees, and then you take the fish that you have floured, put it through the batter and into the 385 degree oil. And you're going to fry that for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Alright, we're at another minute before I pull these out and put a whole nother batch in. It's going a lot quicker since I had this nice big electric skillet.
Oh, no.
I don't like having a deep fryer because you've got the coils in the bottom. All the gunk gets on and you got to try to clean them out. This electric skillet, make sure you get a deep one. I don't know, I guess this one's considered 3 or 4 inches deep. And so you don't have to worry about it overflowing or anything. And it'd be a lot easier to clean. And yes, I can see on there that I definitely need to do my roots on top of my hair. Looks red. I need some sun, baby. I need some sun.
That's why we'll get some next weekend.
Okay, we are 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and my timer. I'm going to dismiss my timer. Get it back up here so I can set it again. And pull these out. You know what? Take that knife and check this thick piece. Have a piece that's a little bit thicker. I like mine fish fillets a little bit thinner.
This one?
Yeah, please, right down the center there.
Looks like it's done.
Nice and flaky. Yep, it's done. Okay, that's good. Just want to make sure. Ooh, that's a hot baby. That's a hot baby. Turn that volume down where I can't hear myself talking. Yep, that's crispy.
I can watch on my phone too.
Okay. Alright.
Cooking cod,
You got holler.
cod and
Tilapia.
what tilapia and
We're frying it.
what kind of BISQUICK?
Okay, oh, BISQUICK, just baking mix, a BISQUICK baking mix. And if you don't have that, I've done it before with just all self-rising flour, and it does just fine with just self-rising flour. I guess the BISQUICK has some fat in it, so it makes it a little bit thicker. Okay, we're gonna go in with the next one. 1, 2.
And of course we got the onion rings and the mushrooms.
Right.
And the poppers and the chicken tenders and fries for the kids.
A lot of times Grandpa will make homemade chicken tenders, but this time with all the other stuff we've got going on.
I'm Uncle online.
Oh, Uncle John. Okay. Okay, so this looks like it thinned out a little bit on me, my batter. So I'm going to put a little bit more self-rising flour in it. Just going to sprinkle a little more self-rising because I want it to stay kind of thick. If you put your piece of fish in there and it looks thin, just add a little more flour or BISQUICK, either or, just to thicken it up a little bit.
I like your crazy world we in. That's a good
Is this the first time to our
That's good.
channel? Seems like I remember that name.
I don't know.
I try to remember some of the names and where everybody's from.
Precious. Smelling that fish.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I added self-rising flour to our mix. Let me get a piece here and put it on there. Yeah, see there? It's a little bit thicker that way. I like a lot of thick breading on my fish. So basically I like a little bit of fish with my breading. There we go. One over here, get another one. What kind of fish y'all like? Get this over here. Okay. So we have cod and tilapia today because our Walmart did not have enough cod. So we have 2 pounds of tilapia and the rest is cod. And I forgot to start my timer. So,
Delicious.
did it work out good? Show the camera the inside of it. See how it looks.
Very good.
So we are doing the battered fish gave the recipe out. I'm going to repeat it again at the end of the video. I'm doing battered fish, onion rings, and mushrooms. Now, yeah, I better wait. Okay, so we're down to only having like 5 pieces left. And I made a triple on my batter because I knew I was going to be doing a whole lot of other stuff too, not just fish. So a single batter batch should do about 2 pounds of fish. And then whatever's left over, you can throw some onion rings or mushrooms or whatever you like deep fried. So my husband likes to laugh at me and say I'm from Missouri. I have a lot of family down in deep in the hills of Missouri.
She is from Missouri.
So we like to fry stuff. Yeah, I know it's not good for you, but once in a while, you just gotta live a little bit. So we're doing 4 minutes on each side, and I'm gonna get my tea and grab it.
Hotter than hell.
Don't be standing there eating all the fish. It's gonna upset your
I'm just eating one piece of it.
stomach. We're still 2 minutes out, so it takes 3 to 4 minutes on each side. I've got my oil at 385 degrees. I'm going to double check and make sure it's still at 385. This is my first time using this electric skillet to fry in. And so I'm not real sure. Let's see where we're at. I've been making this recipe for quite a while because it's the best one I ever found. Alright, so if my thermometer is right, my oil is only at about 300 degrees. So, let's see, is it going on a little better? It's climbing a little bit. So as the fish fries a little bit, the oil will go back up. The temperature drops, of course, when you put the fish in it. And it takes a little bit for it to come back up, but I'm good with that because I usually fry this in a skillet and do 2 pieces at a time. So I'm loving this new electric skillet that my daughter got me for Mother's Day. 19 seconds for this side, then I will start the timer over for the other side.
Frying fish, Long John Silver recipe.
Off of copycat recipes online. If you missed the recipe the couple of times that I say it during the live, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and then come back in a couple of hours, and once YouTube processes the video, the recipe will be posted on there. And I'm going to tell you what, after using this electric skillet for the first time to fry fish, if you have a lot of people to fry for, I would definitely get an electric skillet rather than having to use a skillet on the stove where you can only fry 2 or 3 pieces. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in here now, and I still have room for a couple, but I'm down to 5 pieces, so 5 pieces left to dip and fry. So I'll do those in a little
Get that in
bit.
34 minutes, so that's not bad.
Not bad at all. And so once I get this all done, and everybody's supposed to be here at 2 o'clock, it's 12:30 now, 12:20. So after I get this done, I will put my oven on warm and just let it stay in there. And it stays crispy for hours. Go back to the fish.
She said go back to the fish.
I'm not supposed to be on camera. That's not part of our deal. I told him I will do a live with the fish fry, but I don't want myself on the camera.
She's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with her.
Okay, stop. Turn around.
Except when she's griping at me. uh,
Well, somebody gave us hearts. Who all we got on here? Anybody still with us? We're frying fish today. We're doing a battered fried fish. Show the plate of fish. The kind of fish that we're doing. We're doing battered fried. I'm doing cod and a little bit of tilapia. Hey folks, don't forget to subscribe.
how you doing, Crystallized? How
Hi,
you doing?
Crystallized.
Mark Massacre or Masser?
Macer.
Massera. Okay.
Yeah. So we are frying fish. If you missed the recipe, subscribe to the channel and then just come back in a couple of hours when YouTube has the live processed and up on the channel, and I will give you the recipe. I'm giving the recipe out as we go along. So if you stick around long enough, you'll hear me say the recipe again. Because that's always my gripe when I try to see stuff that's online, videos online. They don't give the recipe enough.
So if you want the recipe, let me know and we'll show it in front of the
Yeah, just say something. Give me a
Camera.
comment here if you want to see the recipe. And like I said, after the live is processed,
dude ain't had fried fish in 25 years. Mark ain't.
wow.
He's a vegetarian.
Oh, wow. So you don't eat fish? Some vegetarians eat fish, I think. But
Do some vegetarians eat fish, Mark?
Mr. Mark, or Dr. Mark, do you eat any kind of fried stuff? Okay, we got 6 seconds left on here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this batch out.
How you know he's a doctor?
Because it says there, it says enjoy, Dr. Mark.
Oh, okay. Oh, duh.
You got to read all the words, honey.
Duh.
Reading is fundamental.
I went to school in Illinois.
Oh, now.
That's the problem.
So did I. We went out. Okay, so. And that pop in there.
Vegetarians don't eat any fresh meats. Only vegetables,
and
fruits,
fruit.
and grains.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Hey, being a vegetarian, you probably don't have no stomach problems, do you?
Probably a lot healthier. Okay, that match is done. Ooh. Okay, let it heat up for just a second here while I get some more ready.
Well, that went quick, Inch.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
sitting there
even
for
need the
hours?
other skillet, right. Usually, the last time I made fish for this many people in a skillet, in a regular skillet on the stove, it took me about 2 or 3 hours.
you're gonna put the onions, rings, and mushrooms in it?
I might as well, there's no sense in even using the other one.
And we'll just save it for next time.
Yep. I didn't even need to unbox that one, or...
Oh, it is delicious. Very delicious. My wife's a very good cook.
This is my mom's favorite meal when I fry her fish like this. So that's why I'm doing this for Mother's Day. It originally was going to be me, my husband, and my mom. Because she's a widow.
It turned out.
And then we got a few other people. My kids, grandkids, daughter-in-law. And then I have an 85-year-old aunt that can't get out, and she's just as sweet as can be. So my mom's going to take her and her son some fish. It turned into a big fry. But as you can see, it's going pretty darn quick. Let me see. Let me get, okay. Oh.
Hey, Mark, on a Mediterranean diet, can you eat meat?
He doesn't eat meat, so.
Well, I was thinking about it.
Oh. Plant-based diet, Mediterranean diet is absolutely the best. Medically improved. Well, we may have to check into that, babe.
I don't eat red meat.
Okay, so I got that done. I am going to go ahead and go over here, and we're going to do French fried, or we're going to do fried mushrooms, Mark. How about fried mushrooms? So I took the mushrooms, I cleaned them real good, then I put self-rising flour on them and shook them up to get them good and dry.
Baby Bellas.
Yeah, these are the baby Bellas. So I'm just going to spread them out here. That way they make it a little bit easier when I go to dipping them. Spread them up to dip them. I'll put the flour in there so I don't waste anything. Except for what I get all over me and the floor. You know, I mean.
You know, I know.
You ought to see me when I used to bake cakes. I made big cakes, and the kitchen would be completely spotless. And when I was done, the sink was piled to the ceiling, and there was not one spot in there that didn't have flour or powdered sugar on it.
Hey, Mark, since you're a vegetarian, have you ever tried sticking the cauliflower in the oven?
Oh, roasted cauliflower.
Roasted cauliflower with seasoning? It's delicious. We eat that a lot.
Okay, so we're just going to throw all these dudes, a few of them dudes in there. Okay, so I'm just threw a handful of the mushrooms that have went through the flour. Oh, restart.
I might have to try that Mediterranean diet.
Okay, so we are getting ready to flip that after I put these in. Let's see how I can do it, if I can do it with my left hand. Flip them.
Oh, look at you.
Timer went off, so I got 5 pieces in here that I needed to flip.
That's a lot of fish there.
Yes, it is, but you know it's all going to be gone by the time everybody's done. Okay, so we're going to do 3.5 more minutes on that side of the fish, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw some more of these mushrooms that I've breaded. And throw them in.
He said he used to make baked fish and fried mushrooms.
Aw.
Caramelized onions there.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, cauliflower is one of my favorite vegetables. More I eat it, the more I like it. I put it in soups and everything.
I put it in everything. And roasted cauliflower too, just roasted.
Yeah, roasted.
A little bit of olive oil and seasonings, throw it on the pan. Ooh, baby, in the oven. Okay, so now you can probably see, I'm going to show you, my mushrooms don't have much breading on them, so I'm just going to add a little bit more BISQUICK in my mix after I get these out and make it a little bit thicker.
Yeah, I like just about every food except pickled pig's feet and waxed beans. I don't eat that. Yep, mushrooms. Yeah, I like onions with my mushrooms too.
I'm going to try to... Ooh, sauteed onions and mushrooms, yes. I'm stacking the fish up here. I'm stacking the fish up where it can drain, and I have more room to put other fried stuff on it. Did you show that we've got this screen there?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that, you're going to need lots of paper towels, or towels, to absorb the grease, oil. So, just stacking it, stacking it, stacking it. Got about a minute and a half, so that means that I know that these mushrooms are already done. Oh, that one's not. Mushrooms are a little more forgiving. Where's Mark from? Dr. Mark from?
Where are you from, Dr. Mark?
We are in Pocahontas, Illinois. We are 30 miles east of St. Louis, Missouri. I got some Krispies there. I'm going to throw some Krispies out. And you know what? I know
What?
that, huh?
What?
I know my son, our son, likes Krispies.
He likes everything.
So I'm going to get a bowl out to throw the Krispies in.
We texted him and asked him to ask his wife if she liked fried mushrooms. He said, she don't, but I do. I was like, I know. We know everything you like.
He's tall and skinny. He's almost 40 years old, and he has to eat about 4,000 calories a day to keep weight on.
Yeah, we're from Pocahontas, Illinois. Live in the country with no neighbors.
Middle of a cornfield. All right, so that was 4 minutes on each side.
That's a big mushroom.
Huh? That's fish. I still had some 5 pieces of fish in there. That's what's taking so long here.
Guess we'll throw the nuggets and fries in last.
Yeah.
And the hot poppers.
Are we putting them in here or in the oven?
Oven. There's no sense in
Right.
getting all that. Kids don't need all that grease.
Right. I mean, I can throw the French fries in here. That'll help clean the grease. My mama says that after you fry stuff, if you throw some French fries in, that will help to clean your grease. Or if halfway through frying, and it does work because when we had our restaurant, I used to do that in our big fryer. Okay, now. Get my slotted spoon here. I'm going to get some of that crispy and stuff up off of there.
So you just want to
I'm doing the mushrooms and onions here in just a minute. I'm just trying
do you want to do the fries in there too then?
Yeah, we can. I'll have to try a couple of them in here and make sure that it don't splat, you know?
Right.
High moisture foods. Alright. We got some of the Krispies out of there. Now we're going to go back in. And I'm going to throw these mushrooms in that I've got in my batter. And then I'm going to add a little bit more BISQUICK or self-rising flour to my batter because it's getting a little thin.
It's from the Adirondack Mountains region in New York.
Oh, the Adirondacks.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
Beautiful, beautiful country.
I think we drove through there when we was trucking.
Yes, we did. I crossed the bridge up there going to Lansdowne, Ontario. Oh, the Adirondacks is beautiful. How's the weather right there now? Are you guys still in winter? Or have you gotten to spring yet? For our anniversary a few years ago, John and I went to the Thousand Islands region.
Beautiful
of
up
New York. I had driven across that bridge going into Canada at night, and then on my way back out, it was like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and the sun was coming up over that water, and I was so mesmerized. I almost had a wreck in my big truck, my tanker, looking at it, and I told my husband, and that was 20 years ago, I told my husband, I said, one of these days I want to go back to that area up there. So a few years ago we rented a house on a little island and a boat and spent our anniversary up there. Has he answered you back on the weather?
No.
Okay, so I just added more self-rising flour to our batter to thicken it up a little bit. And I'm going to throw some more mushrooms in. A couple of mushrooms. Just throw a handful of them in. There we go. So for the mushrooms, I like it thick. Let's see. Oh. folks, if you missed the recipe, and you want the recipe, stick around and I'll say it again, or subscribe, and once YouTube processes the live video, it'll be up on his channel, and you can come back and I'll have it typed out for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel. It's a new channel, and we do a lot of different stuff.
Pretty pleased with fish on top.
Right. Definitely got enough of that to give out. Okay. Trying to keep the ones that, trying to keep them a little separate here. And I could drop a big old bunch of them in there, but I can't keep track of which ones are cooked all the way. Let's see. Oh, those aren't done
Where
yet.
you guys from?
Who we got with us? Anybody? Anybody?
Anybody got a name out there? We're gonna have a little fish fry.
Mother's Day fish fry. My mom's favorite thing is for me to fry her fish, so that's what I'm doing for her Mother's Day gift.
Cod and tilapia.
And fried mushrooms and onions as well. Onion rings.
Jalapeno poppers.
Yep.
French fries and nuggets for the kids, of course.
You know us people from the South gotta fry. We gotta fry everything. Which I'm not really South, you know. But I still like my fried food, as you can tell by looking at me.
First fried pig we've had in a while.
I know. I'm really excited. So I like to serve this with some French bread, banana peppers. We also have some pepper juice that an old man that had a fish stand told us how to make. You put any kind of little bitty peppers in a jar and you cover them with vinegar and leave them to set in the refrigerator for about 5 or 6 months. And then you can just keep topping it off with the bottle off with more peppers and more vinegar. And it makes a really, really great fish pepper sauce.
Todd said Happy Mother's Day. Yes.
Who?
Todd Miles.
Well, hi Todd. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Carolyn's from Southern Indiana.
Well, hey Carolyn. Happy Mother's Day. Let's see. Okay, so we are frying fish and mushrooms and onion rings. We're doing a,
Well, the fish is already fried.
yes,
Just doing the mushrooms now, then the onion rings.
then we'll do the onion rings. And I put the recipe up, and I will say it again here while I'm waiting for those two.
Say it again, Sam. I mean, Ange.
Okay, so I got the recipe off of a copycat website a few years ago for Long John Silver's fish. I'm going to run through it real quick. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yep.
You got, just get a big bowl. Dry your fish real good. Run it through some self-rising flour and set it aside. Then get you a big bowl and put 2/3 cup of club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 1 egg, 1/2 cup of BISQUICK, and 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. Just mix it up until it's combined. Don't over mix it. Then you're going to dip your fish. Take your fish that you've put in flour and run it through there and put it in 385-degree oil. Now, to dry my fish real good, I run it through club soda first, then I put it in self-rising flour and I set it aside. And then I batter it. And you can see the step-by-step from the beginning of the video. If you come back, subscribe, come back in a couple of hours and the live video will be replayed. So you can fast forward through the parts that you don't need or don't want to see. And there's close-ups of the batter and how thick it should be and everything. So there's some of our mushrooms coming out. Now, I got an empty fryer. I'll go ahead, put my glove back on because I don't want that batter all in my fingernails. Throw those in there. Throw them all in the batter. Throw a bunch of them in the batter and then roll them around. Shake them off a little bit. And shake them off a little bit. And then in we go. 1, 2. I'm going to stop counting now. I sound like a hillbilly. The oil is 385 degrees. I've got it in my brand new electric skillet that my baby girl bought me today for Mother's Day. My young daughter, my youngest daughter, she's just so sweet. Anyway, so the oil's at 385 degrees and pretty self-explanatory. You can see what I'm doing here. Just grabbing them, kind of shaking a little bit of the batter off. Whatever's not sticking. I do the same thing with the mushrooms after I wash them real good. Then I toss them in flour and get them good and floured. That way this batter will stick to them and won't just slide off. Because if you try to skip that step of drying your fish or your mushrooms and you skip the step of putting the flour on them and letting them set, then you are going to have mushrooms are going to be fried, but they're not going to have any breading on them. And I don't know about you, but I like a little breading on mine.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
And the breading falls off.
Yeah, because you don't put them through flour first. They need to be good and dry with a little bit of extra flour.
Flour and milk, egg it, right?
Well, if we were doing an egg wash, then yes, you do flour, the egg and milk, and back through the flour. But we're doing battered, where we've got all those ingredients already in it and mixed up. This will make it a little bit thicker. Well, you know the difference between what you make. This just makes it crispier and thicker. Yeah, you can do this with any kind of meat. It doesn't have to just be fish, or with any kind of vegetables too. Like Dr. Mark, he doesn't eat meat, so you could do this with your cauliflower, any kind of vegetable.
You know, that's what we should have got.
Some cauliflower on there?
I was just saying how much I liked it and I didn't get none of it.
Well, we kind of got quite a bit going on here. Maybe one day when I'm frying for just a couple of people, that'd be better. But
I don't know if that's going to be enough.
I hope it is. I still haven't got the onion rings in. I may have to make more batter to do the onion rings, but they don't take a lot.
Yeah, my son could probably eat half that.
Yes, he could. He has to limit himself. And he's only 140 pounds, 6 foot tall and 140 pounds. The man has to eat about 4,000 calories a day just to keep any kind of weight at all on
We
him.
got to have the kids eat first. That way there's food left for him before he starts eating.
No, he's considerate. He's very considerate. He doesn't make a hog of himself. But the man does have to eat a lot. Okay, so here's our onion rings. I washed them. John cut them. I washed them. I put self-rising flour on them. And they've been just coated in the flour. Shook them in there. I'm going to put them out. Put it right over
How'd you
here.
shake them? Did you shake them the Missouri way?
Don't be a smartass.
Uh-oh.
Don't be a smarty. Okay. Just gonna try to keep them down there. I'm gonna get the onion rings ready.
Hey, where are y'all from? We're from Illinois. 30 miles east of St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri. A lot of people don't know where St. Louis is, John.
St. Louis, Missouri? Everybody knows where St. Louis. You all know where St. Louis is, right?
We get viewers from Asia, Africa, UK. We get viewers from everywhere in the world.
I thought
so
everybody knew where the arch was.
some of our lives, I've had a lot of people from other countries on there, so they may not know where St. Louis, Missouri is.
It's in St. Louis.
Oh, you're just so funny, aren't you? Real comedian today.
I'm just used to seeing arch all the time when I was growing up.
Right, and you know what? People travel to St. Louis to see the arch because they've never seen it.
We've been up there, what, once or twice?
In our adult life, a couple
Yeah,
of
a couple
times.
times. Ain't no cooking and eating it.
Hey,
I'm gonna let it slide this time.
Don't trust a skinny cook. Never trust a skinny cook. That means they didn't eat what they cooked.
Never trust anybody except your wife.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, that was a good one. Start pulling these dudes out, and then we'll start on the onion rings.
You want a slotted spoon? Be easier?
I have a slotted spoon, and you're right. It would be a lot easier. I got it. I already have everything ready. So I've got everything draining on my big, nice big pan. It's got a rack in it. So I don't have to worry about it getting greasy and oily. It'll just kind of drain on its own. The oil is about 300, between 300 and 400 degrees. Recipe calls for 385 for the fish, and when I first put the fish in, it cools down to about 300, and then it comes up pretty quick. So it's just an electric skillet. It's not a fryer, but it's a lot easier to clean up.
To all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Yes. Okay, how are we doing on time? Oh, it's only 10:01. We're doing great. Usually I have to start frying the fish 3 hours before everybody gets here because I fry it in a regular skillet. And I can only fry 2 or 3 pieces at a time. This is fantastic. I can fry all of that in like 30 minutes. So now we're working on the sides. Our son and his wife and kids, and our daughter and her kids, and my mama, of course, mother, my mama, are going to be here. My other daughter is going to get, their family is going to get family pictures taken today. That's her mother's gift, so she won't be here. All right. I'm going to get the O-rings. And you know what? Yeah, I can throw the onion rings on top, can't I?
We'll just fry everything, Andrew.
Huh?
It's hot, there's no sense in...
Okay, so I need another pan to
Okay.
put that on. So put this one in the oven. Okay, you guys are gonna see us, we've got a small kitchen. So we have to do a little bit of jockeying around here.
got this, we got this.
You put that one in the oven, wash this one. Put that one in the oven.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's put that on there and I'll just move this on top of that.
We're gonna use this to put the rest of the fried stuff on, to drain.
No, I'll put this on here.
Okay, tell me what you want me to do.
I'll
Just tell me what to do. Do not drop the whole thing of fish. Alright.
I'll wash it real quick here.
This just needs a good quick rinse. We had originally planned on using 2 fryers, but we don't need 2 fryers because the electric skillet is done great. All you have to do is make sure that you do not get any water over here. We will have an explosion. The scrubber's right there. Promise? Because it's going to be a big old mess if you do. You know what? You're getting that ready, then I'm going to go ahead and do the onion rings in. That won't take long. Alright. I'm running low on batter here, so gonna lift that up a little bit. One. Two. Making big onion rings, that way I don't have to make so many. Just using the same batter that I did for the fish. Where's your towel, honey, if you want to dry it? Since that rack's going to be on it, you don't even have to dry it good. Move that. I'll put the rack on it. Okay. So, I gotta keep this bent to the side because I don't have very much batter left. I'm gonna try to get all the onion rings done without having to make another batter. Another batch of batter. So the onion rings have been dried and sitting with self-rising flour on them for a while. Do we have anybody? Okay, I'm wasting my voice.
No, keep on talking.
No, that's something you never say.
Yeah, usually I
Never
never
tells me to say
I
it.
never tell her to keep on talking.
Never. That's all new. Hey, I kind of like this live thing. John and I have been married for going on 39 years, and we have fun together.
Yep.
Wasn't always that way, but we have fun together. We've raised all of our kids.
And after 39 years, I still rather go out and do stuff with my wife instead of go hang out with the guys.
Yep.
A little too old to be hanging out with the guys.
You know what? I think I'm going to need more batter here, so I'm just going to mix. I'm going to do a quick batter. I'm not even going to put any egg in it. I'm going to put a little bit of the BISQUICK out of the cabinet over there, John. Yep. You need a BISQUICK and the club soda for the seltzer water. And that's another thing I need to let you know. On my recipe, it calls for club soda. I use whatever's carbonated. You can use lemon tonic water. You can use lemon seltzer. Anything you want.
You want an egg?
No, I don't want an egg. I'm just mixing up a quick batter for it. So, look at these big old onion rings, guys. Now, what I do need to get ready, that I forgot, when we had our restaurant, they were, the onion rings were a very big hit. And what the previous owner would do is they'd make their onion rings up, not in a batter like this, they just did an egg wash and flour. But as soon as they come out of the fryer, they would take seasoned salt and just this Lowry's or Stone Mill seasoned salt and put it on them immediately. So we are going to put a little bit of that on them when they get over here, when they come out of the fryer. Not a lot. That stuff's not good for you, but it sure does add a flavor. Because, you know, these onion rings with the breading, they're not a lot of flavor. But they are a favorite around here.
Scrump says she's hungry, girl.
Oh, really? Well, come on over, Scrump.
We got plenty.
Yes, we do.
Always got plenty for everybody.
That's right. Where are you from, Scrump? Where are you watching from today?
And Marbo Boone said Happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you.
What you cooking, Ange?
Okay, so we are cooking cod and tilapia. We're batter fried it, and we did some mushrooms, and now we're down to the onion rings. And if you missed the recipe that I use for my batter,
Sunny LA.
it's awesome. It's my mom's favorite. That's why I'm making it. And frying fish for my mother and for the rest of the family, of course. But
This dude wants to know the process.
okay, so if you subscribe to the channel and come back in a couple of hours, it will show after YouTube processes the video. you can rewatch this video, and I put all of the directions and everything I'm using in it. And I saved directions and the recipe many times throughout this. And as soon as I'm done, okay, so
I'll go ahead and put it in front of this Mr. Shisabu to go down. I'm gonna put it in front of the camera for you, and you can go ahead and write it down. Please go ahead and subscribe now, he said.
And to Shit's About to Go Down, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it.
Oh, shit's about to go down. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I like that name. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so the recipe is club soda. Go ahead.
2 1/3 cup club soda. 2 2/3 of a cup.
Hang on. He's going to confuse you. Here. All right. So you're going to take a big bowl, and you're going to take 2/3 cup club soda, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 1 egg, a 1/2 cup of BISQUICK, and a 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. You're going to mix that up. Don't over mix it. Just mix it until it's combined. And then you're going to set that aside and take your dried fish, your fish that you've dried real well, drained real well, got all the juice out of it, the water and such. And you're going to run your fish through a little bowl of club soda. And then you're going to run it through a bowl of self-rising flour and set that to the side. And then you're going to heat up your oil to 385 degrees. Then you take your fish and you drag it through the batter. You put it in your oil that's 385 degrees. And you cook it for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. If you're not real sure if your grease is hot enough, you don't have a thermometer or whatever, when you pull your fish out, lay it to the side and cut it down the middle and you can look. If it's nice and flaky, it's done. Don't always cook by color. These look really, really light, but this is really, really new oil.
I'm used to her bossing me around too.
Well, I don't want you to confuse our subscribers.
I'm used to her bossing me around.
And I'm used to deciphering and translating for him. Okay. You ought to see some of the text messages I get from this man.
He meant the onion rings.
Oh, the onion rings? Okay, so you do the same thing with the onion rings. You're going to cut your onions up. You're going to put them in some flour, self-rising flour, just to coat the outsides of them. And then you put them in that batter that I just gave you the directions for. And you put them in your 385 degree oil. So that's the same. And that batter that I'm telling you about, that I gave you the recipe for, you can fry anything you want in it. Just make sure it's good and dry so that the batter sticks to it. You can see that those onion rings turned out pretty darn good looking there.
Yeah, she's been my boss for about 39 years now.
You funny.
And I don't mind.
Well, if I would have let him tell you how to do it.
Once you prep the flour and everything, can you keep it in the fridge until you fry it?
No. The batter, once you make the batter up, the club soda or tonic water, whatever, seltzer water, whatever carbonation you use, will go out real quick. So you don't want to leave it in the refrigerator.
And the oil doesn't matter what kind of oil you use.
No, everybody's got their own preference. Peanut oil, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as it's 385 degrees, whatever oil you usually fry stuff in is just fine. So I'm running out of batter. You can see I did a triple batch of batter, and I fried 6 pounds of fish, a whole bunch of mushrooms, and now I'm trying to keep enough batter here to do the rest of these onion rings. And this always happens like this. I always run out right as soon as I'm almost done with doing my vegetables.
At least you don't have to batter the fries, the nuggets, and poppers.
Right. But, so, what I do is, I don't like waste, and we have a septic tank, so I don't want any of this going down my drain. So, You can see, I hope you can see,
So,
I am using every last little bit.
So you cannot keep your flour in the fridge before you fry it.
No, the batter.
The batter. Don't keep your batter in the fridge before you fry it.
No. But you can prep your fish with the dragging it through the club soda and then into the self-rising flour. And you can put that in the refrigerator overnight. Or,
He said he is a drain cleaner. Please dump the oil in the sink. Oh, we got a solution for that. What's that stuff we use?
it's some stuff I got on the internet. It's pretty darn
I
good.
think
but
it's called tidal wave or something.
We do not put oil down our sink. We have a septic system. So what I will do is I will drain that oil, I'll let it cool. I will drain it back into the container that it came out of, and I will put it in the trash.
So what's that thing we use to unclog our drain?
I don't know the name of. I don't
The
know
hose
the name
we
of the
put
pump.
on the
Huh?
the hose.
Oh, we have a snake.
No,
A
it's
sewer jetter.
yeah, a sewer jetter we hook up to our power washer, and you put it down your main drain, and it breaks up all that. What's that calcium? And
We
that.
have a lot of calcium because we have really, really hard water here. Okay, this onion
He
ring.
drains his into a tin also.
Yeah, there's no way I could, no. I wouldn't even do that if I wouldn't even put oil down my drain if I didn't live on a septic system.
Well, we just bought the jetter hose to hook up to the power washer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's cut you
no,
off.
it's okay.
Go ahead.
My dad
Sure.
would have skinned me alive. I learned years and years ago you don't put oil down your drain. My stepdad built our houses, and I forgot to put a little bit of seasoned salt on them. Now that they're cooled, it's not going to stick, but
I'm gonna let it slide this time.
okay, just let me slide, baby. Alright, so that's all the onions. We might have to make more batter and cut up more
No,
onions.
we're not.
Don't think? You think that'll be
No.
enough?
Whenever it runs out, it runs out. We're not Golden Corral.
Okay, so I don't time my onion rings. Just kind of look at them, a couple of minutes on each side. Now that the oil has fried 6 pounds of fish, about a pound of mushrooms, it's getting a little bit darker, so these will look a little darker than when the oil was super fresh. Hydro jetter, yes. We have a hydro jetter. We had to buy the hydro jetter because this house was 50-something years old when we bought it. And super, super hard water. So our toilet in the basement kept backing up. And we figured out
You
that...
quit lying it in. We live in a one-bedroom trailer.
Yeah, right. We live in a 5-bedroom home. Anywho, we raised our kids in it. But anyway, we had sewer problems, and we did the clean outs and the outside. We did all that, so we ran that sewer jetter under there, hydro jetter down through there, and you would not believe the
Jetter
pounds. We got like 15 pounds of calcium out of our lines.
I don't think it's ever been cleaned out.
No, I guarantee it had never been cleaned out before we bought the house. So, well, and that was 15 years after we bought it. So the house was like 60, 65 years old when we did this. And now we don't have no problem with our drains working. But we don't put oil down them either. All right, so for any of the new people...
Hey, you're right. Shit's about to go down. You're right. That's why we bought a jetter hose to hook to it.
Yep.
I think you only need like 3,000 or 3,500 pounds of pressure to run the jetter hose to get enough pressure to clean your pipes out, I believe.
Okay, so for any newcomers, if you subscribe to the channel, which is free, just hit the subscribe button, and then come back in a couple of hours. This recipe will all be posted online. YouTube takes 3 or 4 or 5 hours sometimes to process my live videos and get them on the feed. So if you subscribe, when it pops up, it'll show you YouTube will show you this video of the process of frying your onion rings, mushrooms, fish, anything that you want to batter. These are turning out just beautiful.
And y'all check the video out I made. You gotta be 18 or older to watch it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we won't mention it because we don't want this to be only 18. We don't do anything, no cussing, no drugs, nothing that's gonna try to turn people off or that wouldn't be okay for kids. But we do have to put 18 or older. That way you can comment. If not, if it was set up for kids, then no one would be able to make comments and we couldn't interact with y'all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the seasoned salt on these to give them just a little bit of flavor. Not a whole lot. What am I frying next? French fries?
I gotta clean it up for the poppers.
Yep, give me some fries. I got my scissors. Bring it over here. I'm not cutting the whole thing open. Alright, now give them here, so I'm going to put them in with my hands. Get me a clean glove on here.
Just pour them on a plate.
We're just using the Kroger crinkle cut French fries. I'm going to put a few in just to see, make sure that they're not too much moisture in my oil. Looks like we're doing good. I'm going to throw a few of these in. Brown them up. If you don't want your house smelling like fried food, sure you can. Come on over and test it. If you don't want your house smelling like fried food, when I'm done with all of this, I will get a pan of vinegar, a pot of vinegar, and put it on the stove with a little bit of water in it. And I will boil that vinegar, simmer it for hours and hours, and that will neutralize that fried smell in your house. Actually, it will neutralize any of the smells in your house.
We got plenty for everybody.
Yep. Now, remember when you're putting your food in your fryer, especially if it's frozen like this, you don't want to overfill it because that's going to, one thing, it's dangerous, and number two, it will cool your oil down too much, and then your fries and such will come out greasy.
Oh, them onion rings are delicious. Wow.
I haven't gotten to try one.
Nothing's good. It's good.
I am going to try one of the onion rings. And folks, like I said before, never trust a skinny cook. And that's fine. They're good.
Yeah, she makes a lot of good foods. We're going to start doing this that way. Find something to do. I don't know what else to do on live.
So my onion rings taste like, when I was a kid, when we come to St. Louis, my dad liked H-salt fish and chips. And they would get the onion rings there, and that's what these taste like. They're not a real heavy breading. You can taste a little bit of the onion more than the breading, but they're still good and crispy.
They do taste good. I remember H-salt fish.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, what? Long John Silver's, most of them are going out of business.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we don't like to go out to eat to restaurants, so I just learned how to cook everything we like to eat. And my mom mentioned one time that she really liked Long John Silver's. She'd really like to get some Long John Silver's. Well, where we live, it's about an hour drive. So I found a recipe and made it myself, and now it's my mom's favorite fish. Well,
Yeah, where we live, it's half fire hour to anywhere.
right.
It's nice not having neighbors, though. I got one on each side, but they're far enough away to where and it's not like having neighbors.
We don't play that, oh, you're crossing on my property game. We got enough property to cut, so if they cross on mine, I don't care. If I cross on theirs, they don't care either. It's not a big deal. That's what the back of the house looks like. It's nice not having no neighbors. There's my dog. You know.
Break your neck over a live video.
There you go. Back to the cooking.
Did you tell them the front looks exactly like the back?
Yeah, the front looks like the back, so I'm not even gonna walk to the front.
We've got cornfields all the way around us. We do have a road out front, a state highway, just a 2-lane road. But
Show the seasoned salt, please.
okay. Is that showing? Can you see it?
There you go.
Any kind of cheap seasoning, seasoned salt will do just fine.
Yep.
I'm not a brand specific on pretty much anything. And that BISQUICK that I was talking about earlier, now that I don't have both my hands full and like an onion rings or those French fries fry, you'll have to tell me where to go with this, Jen. This is the
That's good.
baking mix that I used only because I picked it up this time. If you have a store brand of baking mix, just get it. Don't spend the extra money for Betty Crocker. She ain't worth that much.
Oh, Marie Callender, she can make a good pie, though.
Yeah, she does give me a run for my
She's
money.
pretty good, old Marie Callender.
Her crust is really, really good. I have, I'm the baker in my family, and when I had my restaurant, people would go batty over my pies and cakes and such. So I have my own recipe for, it's actually not my own recipe, it's just an easy recipe. But it makes a pretty darn good crust. But
I gained 17 pounds over the holiday. I'm finally lost it. Took me 3 months to lose it.
I was practicing on my cinnamon rolls. I wanted to make the perfect cinnamon roll recipe. So I did a whole bunch of different things and different recipes and such. And at the end of it, he gained 17 pounds. I gained 8. And by Christmas, we had the best cinnamon rolls in the world.
And big bellies.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, he had the big belly. I got a lot of other good stuff. Okay. So we don't eat a lot of fried foods, especially since we've both been on a diet for the last couple of months. So this is a big treat for us.
Oh, wait a minute.
I put too many French fries in there. I should have let them.
It's the first time we've had fried food in what?
Long time.
Wow.
I want them to be crispy. I don't want them to be all limp.
I could put the rest in the oven and everything.
I think we will.
Okay. I'll just throw them out and put them in the oven.
No, I'm going to let those cook. I ain't throwing them away. Hell, that's too much money to throw away. Okay, so what else do I need to fry? Yeah, I already got your pans ready for your, for everything. So,
How about these jalapenos?
I can throw them in. Alright, so I decided those frozen French fries are taking too long, and we have a ton of people coming in just about a half an hour, and I want this fryer done and put away before everybody gets here, because all of our grandkids will be walking through our kitchen here, and safety first, right? So the French fries are going in the oven on a pan with parchment paper on it. And so are the chicken nuggets. And are some jalapeno poppers, cream cheese poppers. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and run these through the fryer. When you gotta cook 4 or 5 pounds of frozen French fries, you need to either start early, have 2 fryers, or throw them in the oven. Now I do have another fryer over there, but there's really no sense in messing it up when these crinkle cut French fries will be just fine in the oven. It's taking a little while to. Where's my? This is the first time I've used this electric skillet. My daughter bought it for me for Mother's Day, and I am so happy with it. Generally, when I fry, it has to be done on the stove and the skillet, and it takes forever. So I'm checking the temperature to see if it actually gets up to 400 degrees like it says. Well, we're at 253 so far. And I don't know too much about my thermometer. This is not my normal thermometer. My other one crapped out on me. Somehow it got washed in the sink and shorted out. Yeah, see, that's pulling that temperature down. Those frozen French fries are pulling that temperature down so low. Got all the way down to 250. From 400 down to 250. That's why it's taking the French fries so long to cook. And they are going to be greasy. But I'm just going to go ahead and let them fry for about 5 more minutes. It's coming back up. It's just coming up slow. So are we about done with the live, honey? Or do you want to move the camera?
Yeah, I think we're getting there. Just put it off.
Alright, so folks, I'm going to run back through this recipe one more time. We made battered fish. We battered some onion rings and mushrooms as well. For one batch, first thing you're going to do is dip your fish in club soda and then dip it in some self-rising flour. And then you're going to set that aside to let it dry real good. You're going to take 2/3 cup of club soda, 1/3 cup lemon juice, 1 egg, 1/2 cup of BISQUICK or any kind of baking mix, and 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. You're going to mix that in a bowl, one bowl by itself. Don't over mix it, just mix it until it's combined. Heat your fish up, or heat your oil up to 385 degrees. Then take your fish or whatever you already floured, put it through the batter and in the oil for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And you can, did you show them the picture of the rest of the stuff?
Yep.
Okay. It's been wonderful having all you with us today. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back in a couple of hours and I will have this recipe all written up, typed out for you online.
Mushrooms.
I appreciate you.
Onion rings. Hey, y'all have a good Mother's Day. Don't forget to
Hug your mommy.
hug your mom and tell her you love her. Y'all take it easy.
Oh, we got quite a bit of a reaction.